Mm-hmm. There we go. We're on. Hey, everybody. This is Tim Hinton, the Beast of the Marching Arts, here with somebody I really enjoy spending time with, Dan Hoffman. Dan, how are you?
I'm doing fabulously, Tim. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for being here. We are doing a webinar, a special happy hour Zoom webinar tomorrow night. We're here to talk about it. So, Dan, thanks for setting that up and or agreeing to do that with me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so excited. I think this is stuff that people really need to hear, as much me, you, and everyone. So this is going to be a good conversation, I think.
Right. So if you don't know about this, everybody, go to Marching Arts Education. You can sign up for free to watch tomorrow night. Here's the topic: tools for coping and thriving right now. And Dan, you're like the guru of, or one of the gurus of, like mindfulness and being present and taking care of yourself, sort of this Zen thing. I loved the webinar you did this summer about that as part of the Madison Scouts Day. And so we've had some conversations, and I'm really glad that we're going to be doing this tomorrow night. So tools for coping and thriving. I can not only cope, but actually thrive.
It's as easy as just following these tools, right? No, actually, I want to emphasize right from the beginning that these are tools that these are all a practice. None of these are going to solve your pain or solve everything that's going on for you right now, nor have they for me. But I can't stress how much my life has changed, not just because of the world around me, but because of my ownership, my agency that I've taken every single day since we had our last conversation back in June. And I feel like though the world may become more chaotic, I have more control over things in a way that doesn't feel like I'm gripping on for dear life, as much as like I'm able to be present and surrender to what's happening. Not perfectly, but in a way that my life feels a lot more purposeful and a lot more possible, I think is a great way. Right now, I feel like it's like things are impossible for many of us. So how can we, A, just like get our bearings, and B, how can we actually live the life that we're trying to live, or we think that we need to live? So I think these tools will help with all of that.
That's fantastic. So there are going to be some ideas that any of us can use. I'm really excited to talk about it. I'm trying to use this time of sort of quarantine and downtime to really sort of grow and build myself and come out of this a stronger, better person. And I feel like some really good things are happening because of my sort of intention to do that and really paying attention to that. And so I feel good about how that process is going. Like you said, even in the midst of sort of all the disruption and chaos and grief and unhappiness, I need to slow down. Let me take a minute and breathe and slow down. So everybody, tomorrow night, we're having a webinar with Dan about tools for coping and thriving right now. And it's going to be great. And I love this, Dan. We have this new concept. We did the first one last week. We're calling it our Marching Arts Education Happy Hour. But the idea behind that is we're going to be on Zoom instead of on our regular webinar system. Everybody can see each other. Everybody can actually see the guests. The guests can see the guests. Guests can see the people who are watching. We can actually talk to each other, turn on their mic. Everybody can talk and see each other. So it's sort of like a very intimate conversation. We're limiting it to only 30 people. So if you're interested in watching this tomorrow night with Dan, go ahead and sign up. Just go to our website, sign up like you normally do for a webinar, and then you'll get the information about the Zoom link that you'll go to. But everybody will be able to see each other. I mean, if you want to turn your camera on, you don't have to. You can still sign on and not turn your camera on. But we hope that everybody will be seen. But I loved it last week, Dan. It was really nice because everybody could see each other. If they wanted to talk to the guests, they could see them just like you and I are seeing each other and talking right now. It's a little bit of a different sort of tone and feel than our usual webinars. And I really think that's appropriate for your topic.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like what I want to discuss often exists in the form of like Instagram posts or like in books saying like, these are the how-to steps to like take control of your life. And I think that those do serve a purpose and they're helpful to some extent, but they're nothing compared to the actual dialogue, actual conversation between people in real time. Because a lot of this stuff is messy and a lot of this stuff has a kind of nuance that you can't necessarily write about. There's a lot of felt experience that we as people need to share. There's a lot of perspectives that we all independently have. And I think sharing those perspectives only helps us grow our own perspective. And I think it's through that process of learning how to zoom out and how to take account for other ideas in life that allows us to cope. So I hope that no one feels intimidated by this kind of topic. This is not something where I'm not an expert, you're not an expert, none of us are experts, but through actually listening to each other and actually talking about it, we all learn so much more. We all walk away at the very least with some sense of community and some sense of, I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm not alone here. And when we remember the power that we have together, I think that's when we can really find the courage to move forward in the way we want to.
Yeah, and the thing is, everybody, this like it's very easy for people to think like, oh gosh, one more Zoom call. A lot of people are on Zoom calls all day, but here's the thing: we're sort of seeing this. I'm seeing this as like, this is the way. End of your day, you got through your Monday. You're just going to sort of sit down and relax and spend an hour talking about something and sort of getting some feelings out and getting some good ideas from somebody. And like, Dan, I think you're very calming. Like, I always feel good when I talk to you because you're sort of good about being mindful and present and sort of have this Zen thing about you that I think is very attractive and I think is going to be nice. So I'm looking forward to spending an hour with you, relaxing from my day, hearing what everybody has to say, having a sort of intimate conversation among friends. So I hope everybody will consider signing up. If you're watching this video, go ahead and comment. Let us know if you're going to be there. If you have any questions for Dan right now or for Dan tomorrow night, make sure you sign up. Like I said, there are only 30 spots available. There are some still available, but you need to go ahead and sign up at marchingartseducation.com. Right there on the main page, there's a little countdown to tomorrow night's webinar time, and that's where you can click and sign right up. And I have to tell you, Dan, like, these are my like computer glasses, but like I feel like very unhip whenever I talk to you because you always have like these super cool glasses. You wear them so well.
Thank you so much. It's so funny because right before this call, I was like cycling through my options and thinking like, which ones should I wear? Which ones are the vibe? You know, I was starting with these ones, but I feel like, you know, I wanted to have a little more pizzazz, which is why I went with the green. But I think tomorrow we're gonna do the moody purple. We're really gonna find that zen and that calm together. So,
all right, everybody. So if you want to see what glasses Dan decides to wear tomorrow night, you have to sign on. But seriously, our whole concept is let's just have some nice time together. At the end of your day, take an hour. If you want to, you know, we're calling it the happy hour. So if you want to have something nice to drink, you can, but that's not necessarily part of it. It can be a nice glass of water, or it can be a Sprite. It can be whatever you want to be. But the point is, the idea is to take that hour at 9 Eastern and just relax and spend some time and get some good ideas. And I do think the idea of not only coping with the issues we're dealing with, but figuring out how to thrive through this. I love that. I'm really trying to do that in my life. And I'm looking forward to talking about that with you tomorrow.
Well, me too, and I can't wait. We're gonna take out the garbage of our lives together, and we're gonna feel so much pressure released from us. It's gonna be great. We're all gonna feel good after. So,
well, thanks for doing this tonight to talk about it. Tomorrow night at 9 Eastern, everybody go to Marching Arts Education, sign up. You can do this for free. The recording will be up again the next day if for some reason you can't be there live, so you can watch our conversation starting the next day. Dan, I so appreciate you doing this with us and sharing I like the sort of the way you approach things and your knowledge of this, I think is really helpful. And I appreciate you sharing that with everybody in our activity.
I'm just grateful to have the platform. So if you're listening, if you're watching, please join us tomorrow. You're going to have so much fun. You're going to learn so much. I'm going to learn from you. And I just can't wait for all of us to grow together.
It's going to be really fun. And by the way, if you just can't wait to get some good ideas already, the recording from the webinar that Dan did on Madison Scouts Day this summer, the D6 Summer Webinar, that's available right now. Just go to Marching Arts Education and just put in Madison Scouts or type in the search bar Dan Hoffman or Dan or whatever, and it'll come up. You can watch that right now. That's always going to be there, so you can get sort of a head start. Ryan Springler says hi. Ryan Springler.
Hi, Ryan.
So, Ryan, we expect you to be there tomorrow night for Dan's webinar conversation. I think you could add a lot of panache.
Oh, absolutely. It's going
Anyway,
to crash the
everybody,
conversation. Yeah.
I hope so. So everybody sign up. It's going to be fun. Dan, I'm looking forward to spending time with you tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, Monday night, tomorrow night. Dan, looking forward to it. Thanks for having this conversation.
Thanks so much, Tim. See you there.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Share it with your friends, everybody. And by the way, sign up for a membership in Marching Arts Education. We need your support. It's only $5.99 a month. That's nothing. That's like less than a taco at Taco Bell, I think. I don't even know how much they are. I used to eat those all the time, but I don't. All right. Anyway, everybody go sign up for membership too to help us out. Thanks, Dan. You're awesome. Thanks, everybody.